Hi, and welcome to Loading Ready Live in the morning after dark. We're very glad you could join us today, but before we begin the show, why don't you join me over on camera 7? Hi everyone. Here on Canada's west coast, it's a beautiful, crisp and clear evening on this, the last day of September. Oh, what's that? Where you live, it's already October? Interesting. I'll try to find time to give that a bit of thought. Okay, I've given it the thought it deserves and determined it was a waste of several of the final few moments of September. What's that, you say? Cameron, you're being needlessly combative about an objectively verifiable consequence of living on a spinning planet? Consider that I say, like you can even know that person I've invented to get mad at. Now you're trying to tell me that solipsism, while amusing from the perspective of Western epistemology, is unresolvable and therefore veridically worthless as an ethos. I answer, nuh-uh. Oh, you claim that's not true and can leverage the state monopoly on violence to enforce your so-called opinion that time passes? Fair. That's entirely reasonable. While I acknowledge that nothing is knowable outside of my own experience, and even that is open to debate as my experience depends on my senses also enjoy experiencing my stuff. And while pain only exists as information fed to the computer of the mind, consider this. Hurt. Ow. And if I'm leaning this hard into solipsism, why do I care which month it is? Should I not be able to experience a September that lasts forever? Because. No, I won't elaborate. But while it is September, it's live, so something's going to happen.
From near and far, young and old, people of every shape, ability, and gender, welcome to Loading Ready Live. In the morning, after dark. Today on the show, we meet the people who put words on paper in a pleasing way in The Book Report. We proved that you make eggs in more than 2 ways in Eggs 3 Ways. We push the limits of human athletics in This Week in Sports. With musical guests, The Runs. Really? Did you have to come up with that while I was in the bathroom? All this and more on Loading Ready Live. In the morning, after dark, starting right now.
Hi, I'm Corey.
And I'm Cameron.
Today we've got some local scholars visiting to present to us some book reports that they've definitely seen before and aren't just slideshows of random stuff that they have to explain. Joining us first is Ian.
Sup? Well, Ian, I've heard you've written a book.
I have. It is a tome and a time. And that time is now.
Exciting.
Well, let's.
Yeah, let's enjoy some of the what we've got going on here in the book. My book is inside the mind of a master hammerbagger, which I really had to dig deep to get some primary sources here for this. It begins with the bag. It's always about the bag. Next slide, please. Now, there are many different types of bags available. Central American bags, Central African bags, and brick masonry bags. Those sorts of bags are the ones that kind of hold the hardest canvas. Good, thick material. And then, of course, there's the passion, which really we can't show because, we didn't get the rights to it. Corzal is a real problem. The Christ is within all of us, but not on the screen. Next slide, please. Now, when you're looking to get into the mind of a hammerbagger, you really first need to go to the past, where you're born, where you're hammered into being born. And then occurs. You grow as a person, as a bagger, and finally you reach an age at which it becomes socially acceptable to be hammered in public or in private, as is your choice. Next slide, please. So, when did I learn how to make a paper bag? Well, after I learned how to make a proper bag, that's the key. A bag is a vessel, and a vessel demands to be filled, like a book demands words, like a bottle demands liquid. So too do we demand to be filled with what we need, with what will conform to our shape, and for a very small subset of people, that happens to be hammers. So you start with learning how to make a proper bag. That's all well and good. Then you move on to the paper bag. That's your chance to iron out all the creases that you're inevitably going to make because you are folding this bag out of paper. But once that's out of the way, next slide, please.
Is this where carpet bags come in?
You absolutely know it. Carpet bags need to be very long. I mean, like 3/4 longer almost than any other type of bag because they have to hold so much roll. I mean, if you're looking at, maybe a messenger bag, I mean, you've probably seen about, an eighth of the population will have those. They're very popular, and the rest are just cross-strap extravaganzas. It's nothing very exciting. The carpet bag is generally where you're going to find the most technological advancement within the bagging world. Next slide, please. You can tell that this man is a master hammer bagger because look at that face. Does that face not say, use my face to drive nails into wood?
Is that typical of a hammer bagger's masterwork for the guild?
We could go on into the masterwork. Really, just getting the nose and the face in shape is worthy of entry in and of itself. And once you've managed to, I mean, look at the man. Look at him. Look at that round head. That's not perfect for driving nails. Maybe for auto body work where you want something more of a bald peen. But for that master level work, that heavy setting maul style, that flat head takes years to develop of just constantly bashing it into the desk until you can finally get enough words to fill, what is it, 600 pages? 600 pages, right?
Yep.
Great, good. Next slide, please. So what I'd like you to think about when you are when you're going through the book, when you're learning what it's really like to be a master hammer bagger, it's that you don't want to aspire to fame. You just make mistakes. If you aspire to fame, then you're doing things right, and you'll get where you're going. But if you make mistakes, well, that's just a new hammer, isn't it?
Thank you, Ian.
Thank you. Next slide, please. So, I'd like you to leave you with a little bit of a motto that I've come to accept as I've been writing this book, and that's that the fact that you are self-aware is what makes you a psychopath. Next slide, please. So in conclusion, be the small cat, be the big cat, but make sure that cat goes into the bag. Because if you let the cat out of the bag, well, it can't touch the hammers now, can it? Thank you very much.
And thank you, Ian.
Thank you for having me. It's been great to be here.
You'll find the exit over there.
Cheers.
And now, Ben.
Welcome to the show, Ben.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I'm really glad that I was, finally able to make it on. I'm such a big fan.
Well, it's great to see you here. I understand your book is generating quite a bit of buzz among the critical field.
Yes, yeah. It's a little bit interesting. They wanted me to write a nonfiction, a nonfiction piece, but I decided that I think the way to get people interested in this field of study was a fictional piece to appeal to like the general public.
Much like Charlie Kaufman with adaptation.
Yes, yeah, they were my inspiration.
Fantastic. Well, why don't you tell us a bit about your book?
Yeah. So this is it's a book about as you can see, wolves and the wolves inside all of us. What your Oath of the Moon Wolf says about you, because I think inside all of us we're a little bit druidic, and we long to shape ourselves into our true wolfine form. It's a field of study that's been going on for a long time, and I really wanted to dive in. And kind of, while I was doing this, I actually became a guru of the Polyoth of the Moon wolfography.
That is not a cheap.
No. It was a multiple year course. It took quite a while. So next, let's go to the first slide. So as you can see, oh my! I didn't know you had such great technology. My GIFs work here, or GIFs, some might say. The birth rate in Canada just changes constantly. We've never been able to get a clear census on when people are born. But as you can see, as time goes on, nobody is ever 15 to 19 anymore. People have just been skipping right ahead to their 20s. And that's because a wolf is strongest in their 20s. But then we go back in time. No, now we're going forward in time. Just straight forward in time. But you see that 15 to 19 age, everybody hates their teen years. Nobody wants to be with the wolf teens. Nobody wants to be a teen wolf.
What?
Nobody wants to be a teen wolf these days.
That is shocking.
In today's day and age, everybody wants to be an almost 30-year-old wolf. A wolf with a job, a wolf who's thinking about what a 401k is, but isn't quite sure what that means yet. That's basically where they want to go to. So yeah, next slide, please. Now, people are figuring out when they want to declare themselves to the moon. Do you want to do it early? Do you want to do it late? I think it's really, really important to do it early, right when you're about 0 years old. Like as a mother, I think it's very, very important that you go out into a dark forest at night with your fellow moonites and moon homies, and really just declare your baby is one with the moon, so that the moment that they come out, they're already ready to become wolves.
Just way before your 4th millennia.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, yeah, absolutely. Next slide, please. Now, way back in the day, Chancellor Julian G. Crowfoot was the first man to ever decide wolves are cool, but what about sheep wolves? And he really decided to broaden what a wolf means. Is a fish a wolf? Is an octopus a wolf? What does it mean to be a wolf? And his lovely partner, Deborah Crowfoot, said, hey, we live on a farm, and I sure wish that we could make, it's cold during those cold winter nights in Transylvania. So they decided, wouldn't it be easier if we could just shear ourselves for coats and then make it into a coat and wear it so that we can stay warm in the winter? And that's exactly what they did. They blended the wolves and the sheeps together. Next slide, please. Now, do you know what an Oath of the Moon Wolf is? A lot of people, yeah. Some people, they weren't quite sure about it. But for the most part, we really wish you would stop fucking talking about it. If you know, you know, and if you don't know, now you know. Wolfie. So, as time progresses, I think more people are going to become around with it. But I think the important thing is we talk about the fictional aspect. Because I said this was a nonfiction. So the fictional aspect is here on this next slide. Wolf whistling is the core of the book.
Now, Ben.
Yes.
They don't have lips.
That's a common misconception, Corey. Now, wolves have we've often thought that wolves have beaks because they're protruding from their face, as beaks tend to do. But, as we can see on this next slide, due to the changes of the moon And the smash hit titular 2000s film Cat in the Hat starring Mike Myers, people have since discovered that the beaks have a causality to men in the morning when they have to go to pee down the toilet. And they bend their mouths in a curvature sort of fashion so that now, as you can see, right at the end, so it's flat at the start, like a flat face, and slowly, it comes out to form lips.
And then they can whistle.
And then they can whistle. Absolutely.
Spectacular.
Yeah, yeah. And so this is the story of a boy finding his whistles. A boy learning and discovering to whistle within himself. Next slide, please. Now, today's day and age, everybody wants to become a bird wolf. It's the hot new thing. They want to revert to our beaked self. So there is a rival in the story who is just constantly shitting on others, both literally and figuratively, and trying to get people to revert back to our beaked wolf forms. And this is kind of what they're hoping that all wolves will be. But as we discover on the next slide, they kind of come together to discover that what we actually want is to give up the wolf form entirely and become chicken, because chicken is the top life form.
Now, does a chicken have lips?
Oh, see, I'm so glad you asked, Corey. No, next slide. Now, if in this book, a lot of people are often wondering what happens when we get attacked by wolves, but I wanted to showcase and alleviate people's fears. They're not that bad, because as you can see on this next slide, you might discover something about yourself when that wolf attacks. It might not. You might discover that there's a side of you that you never quite knew. I think a lot of us. Now, let's be frank. I don't think anybody is not a little bit % a furry. And I think that this book really explores that. I think it's important that everybody knows that about themselves. You know? So I think that's kind of what it leads them. Just think about it. It's your think about it for today. Next slide, please. So in conclusion, wolves are the baseline. Birds are what we will truly aspire and end up to be. Birds with lips is the penultimate goal. Self-driving cars aren't gonna fucking happen. Stop trying to make it happen. Next slide, please. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And thank you, Ben.
Thank you for having me. This was great.
And now, Beach.
Thank you for being me. It's great to have here.
Well,
Hi.
welcome to the show, Beej.
I'm really excited to be awake.
We understand you've written a brand new book that you're looking forward to sharing with us.
I have. It's a children's book.
Oh, how exciting.
Yeah, and I did a lot of research because I wanted the kids to have accurate information. And so I worked as hard as I could to learn as much as I could. And if it's all right with you, I, much like the other two guys who were on before me, would like to talk in detail in a PowerPoint setting in what seems almost academic.
Oh, you weren't supposed to see that.
Oh no.
But carry on.
Great. How to make popsicle bears your friend.
How delightful.
Isn't that nice? I style myself as a master of micro popsicle bearonymy, and I think the kids are going to love this, and I think parents are going to love it too. It'll be the next big thing, and we can flush those Paw Patrol bastards down the toilet. Next slide. I was inspired by whatever the hell this is. I didn't read it, but I did look at it and thought to myself, well, if somebody can write a comic on the internet that has bears in it, and kids like popsicles, and there's a man eating a popsicle, which means that kids would read this, they would read my book. Next slide, please. So I'm going to tell you my story about popsicle bears. Once, there was a bear, and he lived in the forest, and he stumbled upon a family of people who had a cooler that had popsicles in them. And he scared away the family because bears are very big and very dangerous. And then he ate the popsicles. And he learned an important lesson about himself. And if I tell you what it is, you won't buy my book. So we're going to go to the next slide. I really like Dr. A. Brunette. He was the first Olympian cleaning a teddy bear champion. This was never an Olympic sport. This was just a thing that he did in the Olympic Mountains. It was just something that they did as a fun get together. Everyone brought their teddy bears together. This is back when they were making little teddy bears that looked like Teddy Roosevelt.
Oh.
And that, because, you know, very popular. Teddy Roosevelt liked to go into the forest
And have picnics.
and have picnics.
Yeah.
And he liked to shoot people, and that was like an inspiration for we should make tiny bears. Then we'll call them teddy bears, and they will look like Teddy Roosevelt. And they got dirty in the forest, though, is that all these kids had these teddy bears in the middle of the forest. And so this guy went to the Olympic Mountains, and he cleaned them. I don't know who the guy next to him is, but man, they have rhythm. Next slide, please. Would you accept it if your son started doing whatever that says on the screen, because I can't quite make it out?
No son of mine.
I agree. And yet, there are people who say they'd be okay with it.
Wasteful.
I wouldn't accept it.
Structurally unsound.
I agree.
Every one of those sticks could be a popsicle.
And yet, they're just sticks. They could have been popsicles. I would have loved it if they could have all been popsicles. Next slide, please. To give to the bear. Now, when I asked 100 million people, do you know how to knit a teddy bear? Do you know how many of them said they could do it? 0.7 repeating said they could knit a teddy bear. That's challenging because you sew teddy bears, and they didn't catch that when I asked them, but that 0.7 people said they could do it.
Well, that makes sense because it's irrational.
It is irrational. You should only sew a teddy bear. You should never try to knit a teddy bear. Next slide, please. I don't even know why I included that. Do you like crocheting a teddy bear? This got me in trouble with my wife. Should have never asked anybody about that. But some people did have the good fortune to ask me to repeat the question. I counted them multiple times because every time I asked them, they would just ask me to repeat the question. Like they hadn't heard what I said, but I think it was more that they weren't quite understanding what I was getting at or why anyone would ask that question. And finally, my wife just pulled me out of the shopping mall and said, we need to go home before you get arrested by mall security. Next slide, please. I liked what Ben did where he made you think about stuff. And because I'm not going to tell you the lesson of my teddy bear popsicle fuckery, I think you should think about this. Your friend's money is no good to you here. You should skip and jump and just enjoy the fact that your friend's got money and they want to spend it on you. It makes me feel good. When your friend has that kind of money, he can bankroll an entire self-published series of small children's books about popsicle bears just because he believes in you that much. And I appreciate that. And I appreciate this too. It's good. Those men are really getting along with each other.
It is heartwarming.
It is, isn't it? It's nice to see. Now, is there is there a way you can avoid to have to make a bear from a Build-A-Bear workshop? Yeah. You can go in and you can buy all the stuff, and you don't ever have to touch it yourself. You can just point it at someone else in the store. Like you're buying a drink for the mysterious stranger from across the bar. You can just walk into a Build-A-Bear workshop and say, give them one of these. And they have to do it because you're paying money for it. And you get the odd kind of, you'll get that look and that kind of nod, like, yes, I see what you're doing over there. Yes, I appreciate you as well.
You cheer as your bears.
Yeah, exactly. And we take a big drink of polyfill and go about the rest of our day. But you don't have to build it because you can leave it to them to build. Next slide, please. We're almost at the end. I'm sure, God damn it, we're not. If you've had in your mind what a popsicle bear is, I want to try to dissuade you of the notion that you know what it is. It's not the thing on the left.
What?
No, too moist, too floppy. That is a bad popsicle bear. Look at how erotic it is. That's unfortunate. You should not, popsicle bears should not make you feel like that. A good popsicle bear is like this set of doors that have snow because they're cold. You can barely see the snow. Is it snowing? Shit, it is.
Those are doors for bears, right?
Those are the bear doors, 4 stories up.
An open window, not a closed mollusk.
Right, an open window. That's, I think, in fact, that's a great lesson for people, like to if you want to get through life, be an open window, not a closed mollusk. That's very apt, Cameron. Thank you. Next slide, please. Shit. So, I was talking about this comic earlier, and then just ignored it completely, and that's, I think you should ignore it too. We should instead...
It's not the beginning, it's the journey.
Right? It's like, this isn't important. What's important is that you can teach a bird to do anything. Like, a bird can, like, put scissors away. A bird can push things across the counter, like put glasses away for you. A bird could, like, steal shit. And I think there's a possibility there that we can make stuff happen. We can train kids to train birds to steal things from people who don't deserve things. And then the kids can have them because the kids need things. And they deserve to have things. Next slide, please. Yes. So, this bear, big popsicle bear. No popsicles yet, but he's going to eat popsicles in my book. And what's important is that we should make sure his smooth bear fur is smooth and bear-like. And we should ensure that the snake doesn't find any way near the bear, because if the bear and the snake fight, the bear might lose to the snake. And I didn't put any snakes in my book, and you shouldn't ask for them.
Admirable.
Next slide. No more slides.
Well, as we move into award season, I wish you good luck.
Me too. Where did I park?
And now...
Sorry, did I have a responsibility still? No!
So, some of you may have noticed that Serge has gone for a few months.
So we have, Serge has prepared a segment for us that we're calling Serge's Bits in Public.
Hi, Serge here. I'm excited to start my new role as the Alberta Wilderness Expert. Now, you might not know this, but in Alberta, there's danger behind every rock and every tree. That's fine. Yeah, this is an exciting new opportunity, and I sure am alone in the woods now, aren't I? This is fine. This is good. Back to you.
Now, local chef Ian is going to teach me how to cook an egg 3 ways, but I don't want to touch the egg or really do any work. So we're making do.
So you've had eggs before, right, Corey?
Often.
Yeah, they're great. Their nature is a little egg, really.
Yes, I understand what you were throwing down here.
But what I'm throwing down is some water onto the grill so we can find out via the Leidenfrost effect if it's hot enough. It is. So that's the first step you want to take on your egg-making journey, is to make yourself a hot surface to make the eggs with. Now, the next thing you're going to need is some eggs.
Wow.
They came from a chicken. Be sure to check that. Sometimes they
I
don't.
think we have a chicken.
Smells like chicken. Okay, we're good. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your egg, and well, I'll give you yours here, and you're going to
Thank you.
follow me here. You're going to crack the egg on the table, and then you're just going to open it up onto the griddle, just like that. Wow, good work. And then you wait. It's that easy. So that's going to be one of our eggs here. We're going to call this one Sunny Side Up. See if you can figure out why that's the name. But let's get the next egg started. I'll give it to you here.
Thank you.
Pretty quickly, you'll find out that most of the steps to egg making are the same. We're going to crack that egg, and then we're just going to put it on the griddle. Yeah, just like that. Now this one, we're going to let it sit for a while as well.
Wow.
We're going to do something special with it. We're going to flip it over. This one's going to be over easy. Huh?
Because it's easy.
It's so easy, isn't it? You're cooking. All right, we're going to do one more egg, though, because this is eggs 3 ways. So I'll give you your egg.
Thank you.
We're going to do it. Now, can you guess what your job is?
Crack that egg.
Yeah. Let's crack that egg, and then we'll put it on the grill. Great! Now this time we're going to do something different. Grab your spatula, and we're going to find that egg, and we're just going to mix it all up. Yeah, look at that. Mixed up egg. This one's called scrambled.
Good, yes,
You're
I
doing
think
it.
I got it.
Yeah, and then we're just going to let that sit and egg up for a bit here. So, how's your mother?
I have a call with her tomorrow.
Oh, great, great. Tell her I said egg. All right, so you ready to move on to your second step in making a sunny side up and an over easy egg?
Oh, yes.
Great, here comes the sunny side up. Stop. That's it. Second, we're going to do the over easy.
Okay.
Can you guess how that works?
It's already over because it's easy.
No, I'm really sorry. That's you'll ruin your eggs that way. No, what we want to do is we want to take the egg. We want to just get our spatula underneath it there, and we're using a non-stick pan, so this should be a lot easier than it is. And that's my egg.
Oh, you just said the egg.
And then we're gonna flip it over like that.
Yep. I think I did it.
Perfection. All right, so we're just going to let these other eggs sit here and form up.
What do we do with all the
Scramble
shells?
it. You make them go away forever. In the compost. All right. Well, these eggs are looking pretty good here. We should get a plate to serve them on. Here's one for you.
Can you? Oh, yep.
And I'll take this one over here. All right. That scrambled's looking just about ready there. I'm going to give that a quick flip. Why don't you give one to yours too? Now you're cooking.
I have so much more confidence around hot plates now.
Right? It's so easy. Anyone can do it. Anyone can do it. All right. I think I don't know, let's give that a bit more time. I think we moved it to the cool area of the grill, so we'll have to bring that back to the hot town.
Let's get this bottom one out of the gutter.
Yeah, it's
Blocking the grease hole.
heading on its own way. Yeah, you got that under control.
Yeah,
You're doing great.
I did
You're doing
something.
great. Now, do you like to have toast with your eggs?
No.
Good.
Wow, this smells delicious.
Sure does. I would recommend that you always clean your pan after using it, and then probably before you use it, and then, just a third time, just for safety's sake. Wow, look at that go. All right, well, I think our over easy eggs are just about done here. That looks over easy. Why don't you give that a try? Well, perfection. Let's get that on a plate here. Whoop. Yeah. And then let's get our sunny side up. Just stick that next to the over easy. Sometimes you'll break the over easy because it's a little bit.
Okay, we just got to come a little to the right. Yep. Back. Yep, just right down.
Okay.
Flop it on.
And then we'll get your scrambles. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. You found all the remaining egg. Perfection. I'm so proud of you.
Wow, I am looking forward to eating this.
Yeah. You know what? Actually, why don't we give your co-host Cameron a first taste here? Oh. But I understand. I understand that Cameron
Likes ketchup.
on his eggs.
All right, well, take that
Here.
over. Let him do that part himself.
Oh, I don't know. Why don't you give a little squeeze there?
Okay. Fire in the hole. It's a little smiley face.
All there, yep. Look at how happy his eggs are. All right, well, I'm going to take that over to Cameron, and maybe you can get started on the dishes. I've got a treat for you.
I'm so excited.
All right, enjoy.
Oh, I love to eat eggs that are cooked. Delicious. Yeah, I'm gonna get a bit of egg, and I'm gonna scoop it up, and perfect. And now this.
Today, watching Checkpoint will now cost $10 per person, and it's retroactive.
Like per episode, or like?
The first thing I want to say is I'm sorry. After hearing the fans and our community members
I'll scream out at once.
We've had some consultations and realized this is not the best way to go moving forward.
Oh, hi there. I didn't see you come in. Welcome to Casa Jaeger.
You're gonna be real sad when I rip damnation.
That's gonna be so hot. Show me.
I mean, it's my only out, right? Whoa! Oh! Let's go! Oh! I don't believe it.
This will work better. Okay. This is such an exercise in like coordination.
Twerp is a lot of instrumental music. You would like them.
Oh, if only someone would recommend.
No, I don't like you enough. Yeah, we're gonna start with this energy, baby. Let's go.
Sunmelon. These are my things now.
Arrested for theft. If you have a defense, make it now.
You've got a big stick and I've just got a toothpick. Perhaps we can come to an arrangement. This was the worst time for you to hand me this because I'm going to have to mash block as I get, or dodge as I get out of here.
Welcome to Beachland. Reverb? Lander. Where's Beej? He's not well.
Why is it playing like five times? Playing like five times. Playing like five times. Like 5 times. Yeah, Feral Encounter's interesting. It is. Ignore the first paragraph, and it's a bite spell.
Ignore the first paragraph is the most 2023 magic thing you can say.
Egg.
What?
Not like them. Read egg and egg. No!
Egg.
I just left that there.
Egg. Egg.
Oh, what?
Holy shit.
No, please. No, why did my controller stop working? No, fucking Windows!
Oh,
Windows!
Bro!
Oh, man.
Dual Heather? That sounds like a bad... I don't know if that's gonna work. Kaleidoscope deck? I don't want to fight Heather. Why would I fight Heather? I'm Heather's favorite.
Story mode. Medium mode. Cameron mode. Yeah, I'm not playing Cameron mode.
You wouldn't even need to bathe your baby then.
No. Ideally, you
Yeah.
would just build up a natural layer of camouflage.
Right. Babies produce their own camouflage.
They are trying to disguise themselves. They're like, like baby pigs or fawns that are spotty
Yeah.
or stripy.
Except they're poopy.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
Poopy / vomity.
Yeah.
All right, Uno, where are you at?
Behind you.
God!
Yeah, in pet store, yeah, hamster, you'll just see like just it'll just be like a mass of fur with like tails and heads sticking out at random places.
Silly.
Yes. Things that you have to rotate periodically.
Hamsters and TNT.
And boxes of TNT.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Let's go! Let's go! You think you can run from me, Singed?
I evoke this Muldrifter.
Oh, baby.
Oh, baby. Through the window. All right, through the window.
To the
Through the wall. No, wrong. Wrong window.
There are many answers to that question. None are important. Correct. No.
Oh, legit.
You know I quit, Cliff.
Is that a Lego block?
It's a six-pack.
He's just going
I hope y'all ready to party. I brought the big block. 6 nubbins, baby. I brought the Duplo.
Alex had a box that looked like a robot in Cam is painting. How do you know this? How do you know what's going on? Yeah, wait, what? I'm confused. I don't even know what's going on, and that's my literal job. Sounds like you should be better at your job. Shut up. You sound like Graham.
I don't think I've ever in my life said that to you.
It's true.
You know what the most cursed thought to have late at night is?
What's that?
When you close your eyes, you have not cut out your optic nerve, you're just seeing the inside of your eyelid.
Yep.
And it makes it impossible to get rest.
Bro!
Well, you'll have forgotten about it by tonight.
No, I won't!
I swear to God, the stream isn't open. Hold on. I mean, it wouldn't be Is This Your Card? The new weekly stream over here at twitch.tv/LoadingReadyRun. If it wasn't for, if we didn't have technical issues, am I right, my two mimes? Well, one of us is going to have to change.
Telling you, chat, you just sometimes just need to believe that you're safe, and you will be.
That skeleton just wants to take you to a dance.
Just ignore the 3 ghasts and the skeleton that are all chasing me right now. Ow!
Whoops. Complete. Rescued him.
I've got my sleepy time tea. Should be fine.
There's something about the word sleepy time tea in a French accent that just fucking gets me. The sleepy time tea.
All right, now that the frogs are gone, somebody thought that I was saying that about French people. They're YouTube frogs. That's what people call like YouTube viewers.
Oh,
like people that
really?
just watch
Okay.
YouTube, you're a YouTube frog.
Okay.
So when I said now that the frogs are gone, someone's like, "Why does Adam hate French people?" I'm like, "Yeah, I would just like casually
drop a
just-
slur, right?
All right, let's try not to break the glass.
Well, okay, that was partially my fault.
Sometimes I think about how I won't wake up again.
Holy Jesus
Okay,
Christ!
Adam, all right, here's the challenge.
Yeah.
Okay. You gotta notice the moment you go to sleep.
No!
Oh shit!
I hate this! Bro, I have such a hard time sleeping lately, and this is not helping.
I'm so sorry.
You just don't think about it. You're like, fuck, this might be the time. This is it.
Yeah, that's why I can't go to bed at
That doesn't freak you out?
Oh, it does. That's why I can't sleep.
Yeah, Jesus.
Everyone's going to die! This is your weekly memento mori for Ian Horner.
They're not Yuri hands unless she trims her nails. True.
Welcome to Hotel Prague.
Well,
May I be of service?
not all the. You know what? No.
No! Me!
Well.
What is it, 3 times in a row?
Yeah.
I think that's gonna call it then, eh?
That's the meta.
Corey is the bomber man.
Yup.
I'm the bomber man!
What the hell is this card? Privileged position?
I wouldn't recognize it.
Say no. Whoa! That was the sickest! Mission status. Wow. All right.
Because this is art. We're not doctors.
Yeah.
Like
if you're a doctor, yeah, like you don't get to take artistic license with your professionalism. You don't get to be Dr. House. However, as an artist, you
we
can
get to
have
take
artistic license.
That's the best part of art. Artistic license.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get to decide what a horse is. Like,
Yeah. As an
Yeah,
artist, you can't get
it's
sued for
hard.
malpractice by drawing a broken horse.
Remember, kids, creatures don't kill people. Creatures don't kill. Burn spells don't kill creatures. Stay
Burn
defense.
spells don't krill creatures.
Whales
Will it
krill.
Oh, that's a terrible wake up. I didn't realize it was 18 frame startup. That's an entire year.
Oh,
no fucking way, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Slurp it up.
And then lo and behold, because it's impossible for us to play games from the past for some reason, we're playing the brand new Bomberman that just came out.
I feel like you don't want to play the new one. You want to play an older one.
No, I just people think that people should appreciate older games. They're still good games. You don't have to play the new thing all the time. But we are
pretty sure that once a new game comes out, all the other games explode.
That matches.
For instance, I'm playing Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 don't exist anymore.
I know. I was in them.
Yep.
The episode of The Simpsons where that
is
happens
from?
I don't want to know this. Is 27 years old. It's so rude. So it's not even from this century, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Late 1900s Simpsons were great. The late 1900s.
That's so good.
Ever thought about being more fiscally responsible and not buying so many knickknacks?
You get them for free.
They come inside the Kinder eggs.
I mean, so do I.
Gross.
Yeah, I'm just a little
I'm
sleepy.
not sleepy all the time.
Yeah.
You're sleepy all the time.
I mean, I'm not like I'm awake. Like I'm cognitive and doing stuff right now.
Yeah.
But it's almost like bedtime. I'd be like, all right, I could nap. I think as a society we should bring back naps. There should be napping hour. Like a big, like at the middle of the day, you should just hear from the center of your city, boom, boom.
Just a
And
fucking
everyone-
ear
everyone's like, nap time.
And you have to stop exactly what you're doing, where you are, and then lay down.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we do want the pod to open. I have a +3, so I can't mess up this roll.
Our zone war. Our coworkers are going to be so confused when we come back talking to them.
Not Wheeler.
Oh yeah, true.
Egg. Egg. It'll just be like egg.
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 Egg. You know what? Egg.
Ah! No!
Egg. Egg!
I'm against Akuma Matata.
That's funny.
It means no drive gauge for the rest of your days. My philosophy. DP constantly. Akuma Matata. So let's take a quick commercial break. And then when we come back for a commercial break, goodbye.
See ya. And now we have a local athlete here to discuss a new sport that is sweeping the moon base. It is incredibly popular, and so is Nelson.
Hi, Corey. Hi, Cam.
Hi, Nelson.
Thanks for having me here today.
Thank you for being here today.
It's me, Nelson Solhub, on Loading Ready Live. And I'd like to talk to you today about the fictitious sport of hallway wiggle. Now, of course, you're all familiar with, the recent YouTube trends and social media sensations that your kids have been talking about, doing the various turbo wiggles and hallway challenges, and of course the recent tragic passing of YouTube star Big Wigglesby 69 in his ill-fated but very bold attempt to hallway wiggle across the ocean floor. Rest in pig. Rest in
That was his catchphrase.
Yeah, rest in peace, Big Wiggles. But I'd like to tell you today about the very serious and personally touching history of hallway wiggle. My own ancestors, my family members from the motherland, back across the rolling hills and grassy meadows of England, started the sport initially as a punishment for their children, actually. You see, today we're only going to be tying up your legs, but initially the young rapscallions who used to drive their parents crazy hundreds of years ago in my family tree had to have their hands and feet tied up so that they just couldn't cause any more chaos for their parents. And when there were several of them, across the farm tied up this way, eventually they got around to deciding to race like that. So, after coming across in the Mayflower and spending a lot of time indoors on the ships, family had to figure out a way to keep this tied up race indoors. And now, then with the advent of the modern family unit, we started just putting them down a hallway. Of course, you're familiar now with the pro scenes that have come out, and we're gonna do a demo today of what the full hallway wiggle professional circuit looks like. And then afterwards, if you'll join me, Cameron and Corey, I'd like to let you two try an amateur hallway wiggle. That's only gonna be 10 meters. I'll be showing you the 18-meter regular course, but we'll let you do the introductory 10-meter trial against each other. Does that sound good? Do you have any other questions before we begin?
I am so excited to try this. We've got a camera set up here so that we can view the Nelson eye on the ground.
That's great.
In the hallway as it's happening.
Right. Okay, let's get started. Thanks so much for the Loading Ready Live crew for putting this camera together.
Fantastic.
Astounding. That's quite a long hallway we have.
Wow, it just keeps going, doesn't it?
It does.
Can I get one pair of safety goggles, please? Thank you.
Good of him to
We're going to wear safety goggles for this exercise.
get some
Now, of
eyebrows.
course, during any regulation hallway wiggle, your belly button's going to have to stay on or near the floor. No fingertips, no pads of the fingers touching the floor either. Toes are allowed. And starting back here at the 18-meter mark, I'm going to go through a few of the common steps, okay? We're going to start off with the worm. Okay, that's your basic worm, kids.
Majestic.
Next, we're moving into the walrus.
Look at him go.
Gotta tighten up that strap.
That's right. Okay, my personal favorite, the toasted.
Interesting. Oh. Seems like the new technology is giving him some trouble.
I usually do it without a helmet at home.
Wow.
Daring.
So what you're going to want to do is just make sure that your body stays on the floor while you're wiggling.
Ooh.
Coming
5
up.
meters.
Oh.
4 meters. That's inside the room.
Okay.
Hey! Well, are you ready to take an attempt?
I'm not only ready, I'm excited.
After your chin touches the finish line, you'll have officially finished your first hallway wiggle. Let's get you suited up. You're in position here. Now we can see that you've got the traditional leg ties of the wiggle race. That's great, the hallway wiggle. So if I get you just to scooch over a little bit to the side. Corey, pull up next to Cameron.
All right.
And then if you take your places, try to get your shoulders even with the end of the wall there.
All right.
There you go. Close enough.
I'm down.
On your marks. Get set. Wiggle.
Woo!
That's great.
Workout.
Put some pioneer spirit into it.
How's it going, Cameron?
I think I've broken my nose.
Just imagine you're a 5-year-old in the medieval times with too much energy.
This would prepare me for working in the mines.
You're almost there, live ghosts.
Thank you.
This is really exemplary stuff. My ancestors would be proud.
Oh, I can taste the finish line.
I think I ate some hair.
Sorry. I had a lot, I know.
I have no idea whose it was.
Okay, Corey, did you get your chin to the mark there? Cameron, you're still in this.
This is really making me appreciate Die Hard.
Okay, I think we have a winner there, folks. Well fought, everyone. Corey, congratulations. Thanks so much for participating.
And now more Serge.
Alberta wilderness expert Serge here. Now, Alberta is a dark and scary place, full of wolves and bears. Like, seriously, did you know in Banff last weekend, 2 grizzly bears followed people on a trail? Terrifying. What you're going to need is coffee. Okay, first, Alberta coffee. You know what, Alberta? You're all right in my books. Back to you.
Hello and welcome back to Loading Ready Run in the morning at 9.
So sweaty.
And we're pleased to introduce you to our house band, The Runs.
With Beej.
Hi again.
So, you have put together a new album.
We have. It is The Runs. The title is Straight Outta Colwood.
Right.
And it's a series of just songs that came to us while we were thinking of songs. I don't believe we have any covers in the entire thing. At least all the music I've learned to play sounded pretty damn original to me. Basically every member of the Runs got an opportunity to sing their own song. And basically it's, you guys can pick anything you want from the album and we'll get someone up there to sing it for you.
Well, you were kind enough to give us like a sneak preview here at the office. So my personal favorite is Traffic Jam.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's really a lot of. We'll get Ian out on stage for that. He's the one who drives the most now out of anybody in the Runs. So he is the one who has the most axe to grind, it seems. So yeah, all right. Oh wait, hang on.
This song has 3 openings.
There we go.
Traffic jam! I'm about to go ham. I'm gonna put my pedal down and I'm gonna drive real slow. We can't go. You know, there's too much traffic ahead of me today. I don't think there is any way that I can get to my destination on a timely manner. So I think I'm gonna have to be like MC Hammer and say, can't touch this. Oh no, I'm not going slow. I'm gonna just blow your minds with how fast I drive. And you know I'll get there on the inside. It's a traffic jam.
formidable.
I really like that. It came from a really honest place.
Absolutely.
You know what? We got time. We can dismantle my fucking guitar. Come on! Well, I'm gonna have to get that back later. All right. Okay. Problems. Anything else you want to hear? Ben hasn't sung a song yet. Anything off the album that Ben sang?
I would love to hear "Housing is a Human Right."
Yes. Also came from a very honest place for Ben.
There's something that keeps me up at night. It's how housing is a human right. But did you stop to think about that? We accommodate some humans, but not the cats. Sure, humans can get a place to live and call home, but where do you go when you want to be with cats? It's unknown. There's no place that I can walk into. There's no place where I'd rather be than to have a big snuggly beast wrapped up all around me. But then I remember that I'm deadly allergic to cats. And so I remember that thing that kept me up at night. Well, I'm thinking about cats, and they are important too. All I want is for me and you to have a place to fucking live.
Come on, damn it. You know what's fun is we also had, we've got a couple on the album that you guys have heard, where we've had all three vocalists from the runs got involved singing it. I really liked it. It was a unique experience. Not many people sing songs this way. But yeah, obviously there's a few different songs. Which one would you like to hear?
How about I'm Not Single?
That's good, actually. Yeah, it was funny because three of them are singing it together. All right, let's, excuse me. Let's see here. Probably... That's not yet. How did it go? Sorry.
That sounds more like this.
That was it.
Yeah, I remember it now.
Okay, one more bar, please.
Yeah.
Matrimony
for me.
Matrimony
for you.
Matrimony.
Maybe I
can
get some
to
matrimony. I
am
likely to
be
comfortable with
you
and you
and you
and you.
Matrimony,
divorce, death,
decomposition,
compost, worms,
rebirth,
resuscitation, doctors,
aging,
blood, Sure.
Babies.
Adults.
Food. And more!
Matrimony
for you. Matrimony for me. Matrimony for you. And you, and you, and you, and you.
We're not single.
It's a great album. You should maybe buy some of it.
Yeah. A big round of applause out there in TV land for Beej and the Runs.
Hey.
We are so happy to have the Runs today.
And the Runs!
We'll talk later.
Beej with the Runs?
Better, yes, exactly. Beej featuring the Runs.
I've got my eggs.
Well, we've had a lot of fun here today, and now it's time for this.
Hi, Alberta wilderness expert Serge here. Time for a taste of Alberta. Oh Lord. Tastes like Alberta. Back to you.